Welcome to The Dark Side with Verity, a podcast where we dive into all the real and raw transformations made possible through breathwork. We all have a dark side, but it doesn't need to be heavy. And this is why we share stories to bring in the lightness, to lift the load so that we can all feel a little less alone and know that our stuff doesn't define us. And we move through this lifetime with more ease and grace. Let's dive right in. Welcome back to another episode of The Dark Side with Verity. Today, we're going to take a breath and prepare yourself to hold this breath. So let's take a big inhale and hold. Hold your breath. Continue to hold. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Keep holding, keep holding. And then let it out slowly. Let it all go. Our breath, like anything, is the biggest metaphor for life. Because life is about learning to let go. You cannot hold on to anything so tightly without understanding the importance of letting go. So our breath will teach you every single day. If you are holding tension or tightness within your body will let you know. So become best mates with your breath. How beautiful and powerful is it that the breath is worldwide known across all modalities, religions, everything. It is what keeps us connected. And if you have the power to understand your breath on a whole new level, wouldn't you want to do that? I think that's the difference in people who are curious and people who want to heal and live in this world fully. Because you're never the thing that happened to you. It's how you choose to move forward from that space, because we've all got stuff. Everybody has a past, a background, and they've been through things. I really believe that it's your level of curiosity to want to move through that, and also your ability to understand your nervous system, to be able to regulate, to build resilience, to understand what you can hold. Because we're always going to have a space. If you're pushing yourself to your limit, you're going to know failure. And failure is not a bad thing. It's teaching you capacity. It's teaching you your limits. Wow, I've just gone straight into this today. Today, we're talking about the cost of holding space. Because for coaches, breathwork facilitators, therapists, even friends, what is it costing you to hold space, especially if you don't know how? If you don't understand your own body, your own nervous system, presence, all of that, that's when it becomes taxing. And in the early years of facilitation, I definitely felt the weight of it. Absorbing emotions, carrying stories, holding everyone else together, while slowly inside knew that after the session I was going to have to find some way to release, some way to get it out of my body. That's definitely not the chapter I'm in anymore. But I want to speak to this because there are so many of you who are facilitating or just being a mum, a best friend, a partner, a family member that really wants to understand how to hold space and what is costing you, because we want to really build a beautiful life where it doesn't cost you anything. Apart from what I feel right now when I hold space for people, it truly lights me up. I feel way more energized when working with people because I understand what's on the other side for them if they choose to put in the work. I'm not here to do the work for you. I wish I could. I cannot. I tried years to do everything I could for people so that they would then do the work. That does not work. Trust me on that one. It's really about you. This is the part of holding space that no one really talks about because it's the quiet weight. It's the emotional residue that feels heavy. The way that you can hold everyone else, it can slowly disappear from yourself. So, the cost of being the strong one, like what is it actually costing you? Because you are not being a good friend, partner, lover if you are crumbling on the inside. Because I guarantee that your friend, partner, lover doesn't want to see you in pain. And this is where it's really important to understand how to hold space for everybody else so that nobody gets burnt out. Because burning out, it's not a failure. It's just a capacity issue. You don't have the capacity, the understanding to know when your body is screaming at you to slow down. And this is why in all of my work in Vidya or being a facilitator, a coach, anything, capacity work isn't optional. And so this is why I touch on this quite a lot because this conversation is for anyone who holds others and forgets to hold themselves, which with the clients I work with, there's a lot of you. Because you're beautiful humans, you have empathy. I am here to make this more sustainable for you because it's about having more internal space to do this work safely. We aren't here to control the outside world or be magicians and create more time or create more understanding for others. It's about doing it for ourselves first because that is what will be the overflow effect. Because once you understand your emotions and that if you are not moving these through your body, this is when they build up. They become dis-ease in the body. It's stress, it's tension, it's uncomfortable in your back, in your shoulder, in your heart. That's when it becomes uncomfortable. Because scientifically, 90 seconds is all it takes for an emotion to be moved through the body. Kids are the biggest teachers of this. Their tantrums can last under a minute if you're lucky. And then they run off, they skip, they're happy. So when they say kids are the biggest teachers, they truly are. I work with so many mums. I'm an auntie, and I see how beautifully innocent kids are. It's just what we as adults make it mean. My sister showed me a gorgeous reel of this cute little toddler walking along and the music playing in their head is like do 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 because it's literally all they're probably thinking. Meanwhile, the adult is going, "How can you do this? Why are you not showing up in this way?" And can honestly make it about ourselves, which is wild, isn't it? The holding space is for everyone, including our kids. When it comes to this work and holding space for people, I truly speak from experience because I was that person who wanted to make sure everybody felt better, wanted to please everybody else. It's exhausting. It's actually not sustainable. And that's why when you do any of this work, you have to have the right support system to know your boundaries, to know your work. Otherwise, you're not great for your clients, friends, family, lovers. Everything changed for me when I built real nervous system support for myself. And so when people say, "Oh, I think it's cool to be a facilitator or hold space," yeah, it is really fun. There's also the other side where you need to know yourself. You need to know your limits, your boundaries, how you support and how you support people safely while supporting yourself. This work isn't about being perfect or knowing how to regulate in every situation. You're still human. It's that you have the capacity to know when this work becomes energizing, know when you're drained, when you're resourced. This is why I spend so long with my facilitators at the start to get to a place where they know themselves fully. and they know they're ready. They know how to say no. They know how to put themselves first. And this is when they move from a space of survival, potentially, into devotion. You feel in your body when you're working with clients and you are completely lit up. I can run a full day workshop and have so much energy because I know what's on the other side for these people. I see and talk to a lot of facilitators or people who want to become a facilitator. And if they aren't willing to lead from a space of embodiment, it's not going to be sustainable for them. Because this is for the ones who hold others and forget to hold themselves. Again, it's not a bad trait. It's just something that if you want this to be sustainable and for you to feel good, which I know you do, big-hearted humans, then this is really important work. Imagine you are about to build a house. You go to a builder, you guys sit down, you talk about it, you go over the plans, you lay out the design. The house looks amazing. You guys have spoken about it. They've sold you the dream. This builder has told you you're going to have your own walk-in robe, a freestanding bath with a tub where you can look out the window and see the ocean. You have a powder room for his and hers. This is your dream home. You go off and you know in your mind that this is going to happen. You tell all of your friends, you continue to talk about this beautiful dream home that you're going to have. And then the builder does nothing. He doesn't put it into action. He hasn't embodied what he said. He's told you. So both of you have the knowledge, but no action has actually happened. So you're forever living in this invisible home. Same with breathwork facilitation. If you are not embodying all of your beautiful knowledge, your clients will feel it. You'll feel it because you'll still be stressed. And so everyone has this knowledge without embodiment. And this will not allow you to hold your clients safely because you're going to be drained. And a drained facilitator is not a good sales technique. We have feminine and masculine energy for a reason. The feminine allows you to feel. You have that time and space to truly listen to your body, to embody all you're feeling. And then you have the masculine energy to get shit done, to take action. All of us have these. Sometimes they're out of balance a little bit. And this is where this work, again, will allow you to move forward in business in a way that's really sustainable for you. So you spend time with yourself in your facilitator training. You've had weeks of working on yourself. You breathe every single week so that your body knows its capacity at every level. Then you learn all the techniques, you understand all the trauma, the coaching, the NLP, the somatics, the Reiki. Your toolkit is so full. There's also a space where you're able to explore what really resonates with you. We're not making carbon copies because I am so tired of. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not tired of it. I'm glad that I get these calls because I'm glad that I'm a safe, trusted human for people to ring me. It just makes my heart hurt when someone has said yes to doing a breath work with someone and they've just been dropped into this forceful, intense breathwork session when it's not what their nervous system needed at all. So keep calling me. I will continue to help you. I will continue to train more beautiful facilitators that can support you in a really safe way, though. That's my give and take as we continue to hold space. And this is something you do daily with your coworkers, people that you potentially maybe don't even want to hold space for. It's the biggest gift for life because if you are a safe place for people to land and for them to tell you And you already know if you're one of those people because strangers will sit next to you and tell you their entire life story. Or stuff will come out of people's mouths and they will look shocked themselves. They're like, I haven't told anyone this. Why would I tell you? You know when you're that person. Generally, you're quite sensitive. Generally, you have a busy brain, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. You're very curious and you're great at listening. Or maybe that's a skill you're working on because we are all working on that skill. When it comes to holding space for people, I want you to feel good because how important is it for us to be seen and heard in this lifetime? And if you are one of those humans that can hold space safely, you're very up there in the world in saying that there's not many people that have time to. They think they don't have time because we're all busy. I get it. It's not about the time you have. It's about how present you can be in that moment, whether it be 3 seconds, 3 minutes, whatever a conversation is these days, because the world is moving so fast. So if you can set yourself up to hold space for your children, your loved ones, your coworkers, your clients, how beautiful is that for you and everyone around you? Learning these skills is going to benefit you. Learning how to clear your energy quickly through body work, through Reiki, through breath work, through talking, through coaching, through NLP. Vidya isn't one tool of here's your conscious connected breath and off you go. That to me is very unsafe. I've spent so much time and also lived experience. This is 20 years of my study and my journey through life of finding ways to be happy. And so holding space is what the training is about. You need to be fully equipped. And so once you are an equipped facilitator, it doesn't end there. Then you have your business builders because my passion in this is getting more of you out there holding space for other people. The wait time to see a psychologist is huge. The cost is huge. Having to talk, costly. This is such a unique space and a unique time in this world to be able to hold space without ego, without thinking you're healing people. Because what you do is very important. Learning to hold space is a skill. And so if I can create all the back end of your business for you so that you can just do this, I did. Quite proud of that because I know how long it took me and it took me away from holding space for other people because I was building the back end. And Business Builders is now done for you. And my facilitators are in that and it's opening up to all of you as well. Because if you run a service-based business or need to keep leads or in contact with your clients, it's so much healthier for your nervous system if it's all in one system. So I've taken that time for you and for me. Like anything, I create from what I need because there's a real need for it. Once you learn to hold space and understand your emotions, your nervous system, all of it, it's part of it's how you operate in this world. Let's all be great at holding space for each other. We'll all feel a lot safer, seen, and heard. Much love. Bye. That is a wrap of The Dark Side with Verity. Thank you for joining and being here to support our guests as they move, shift, and share through real transformation, sharing their stories from the darkest of places, allowing you to see their light. This is where the change will happen. You know the drill. Like, share, chat about it, connect with us. We're here for more, and you know it.